Squad? MizzyWorld Entertainment is back to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports. We are the hosts. I'm Mad Mizzy. We got Quan Show Love and Ron Money in the building. What's the deal, fellas?
What's going on, everybody? And I want to give a shout out to the chat. What's up to everybody in the chat?
What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing?
Y'all know the routine. Before we jump into the rundown, make sure y'all hit that alert button, that like button, that share button, that subscribe button. Get ready to comment on all the topics because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as what we thinking. And we started off where we led into on our Monday episode is just the play-in tournament, and we had Jimmy and Steph leading the Warriors to a victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. What would y'all take away from that game?
Yeah, man. Shout out to shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies and shout out to the Golden State Warriors. They gave us one of them old slobber knockers. You know what I mean? That game came down to the last seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it was a very engaging game. Couple dudes that didn't show up. You know what I mean? Guys like Buddy Hill, 0 for 3 from three. Uh, Pazinski, you know what I mean? He made a couple threes, but he had an off night. Steph, you know what I mean, a late engager, but once he figured out what he needed to bring, he brung it. Draymond Green, you know what I'm saying? Although we know he could be problematic on the court, especially when it's so much on the line, you know what I'm saying? We looking for any moves, anything that he gonna do to get himself tossed out the game. But he actually had a great game, you know what I mean? Although he finished with like 5, 6 fouls, he had 9 assists, so he definitely was contributing out there. Jimmy Butler, surprisingly, he led the Warriors in scoring yesterday. You know what I mean? I was impressed by that. 3 steals. He definitely made his presence felt on the D. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely was out there. It just was overall good game. Ja Morant. You know what I mean? He finished the game hurt. Gave us his best AI impression. He was out there still trying to put up numbers for his team. It's just that the role players on Memphis kind of flamed out towards the end of the game. But overall, great game. I enjoyed every minute of it. And the team that I thought was gonna win ended up winning. So shout out to the Warriors. They secured that 7th seed. It ain't over for Memphis, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure they're gonna figure it out. Either they got what the Mavericks or the Kings, whoever win this game, they gotta see the Memphis down the line. So I think Memphis gonna be, ultimately end up in the playoffs. So shout out to Memphis, man.
They will be home, so that's a good. That's a help. So they
Go ahead,
should be
Ron,
all
take
right.
off. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely good. Good basketball game. Jimmy Butler he was 12 for 20. Whoever think that he was going to come like that yesterday? You know what I'm saying? But at these moments, these playoff moments come around. We gonna need all the stars they can get. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy coming out of nowhere, dropping 38, shooting 12 for 20. I mean, that's always gonna be a plus, especially when you got Steph Curry out there doing what he do. 9 for 22, 6 for 13 at the 3 point line. So he gonna do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He basically cooked Memphis every time they played him. I don't understand why they don't run this man off the line. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put our players in better predicament to stop this man. And you already know what he gonna bring to the court. But I like the bench, man. They getting quality minutes from the ball post, Gary Payton. Yo, yeah, and I like that, man. It's good to see players like that. It's good to see players like that come in and give you quality minutes because they definitely gonna need their bench, but they just too small. But I still like them. I definitely like them. The Rockets gonna have trouble in this 7 game series, and if they can stop Steph Curry again, it's always a plus. But Memphis, they gonna be all right. They coming back home. Hopefully they play the Mavericks. Hopefully they play the Mavericks. Who the Mavericks playing again? They playing
The Kings, they playing the
the
Kings tonight.
Kings. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully the Grizzlies play the Mavericks. But hopefully Ja and that ankle is cool because you don't want to miss too many minutes. And I'm glad he came back and played played yesterday because that twisted that looked serious. I thought he was done, and he couldn't put no weight on it. But he came back, knocked down some quality shots, and they got the loss, but they're gonna be all right. I see him still playing OKC in the first round.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to still get in. My takeaway, it was an intense game. It was a playoff atmosphere. It was a playoff game. This is what the NBA wants. And the Warriors is too small. Zach Edey had 17 rebounds. That's just something that you just can't have happen. That's unheard. I ain't gonna say unheard of, but that's something that they gonna have to really focus on because they are a good rebound team. But to give up 17 rebounds to Zach Edey, that's the main reason they stayed in that game. Ja, he twisted his ankle, but they went on a run without him. They've won in the past few years when he's been out. They've been having to learn how to win without him on the court because he hasn't been on the court that often. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't feel like that's like. Of course, you want Ja on the floor because he's going to be probably the
Right,
best player on the floor, but
right,
they've learned how to win without him. So I mean, that's it's as that goes. But the Warriors, to me, I look at them and it's like, yeah, they small, but it's also like they don't got that punch no more. Like they everybody keep like, and I know the Steph haters, they just hate Steph. You feel what I'm saying? So regardless, they won in 2015 because of Iggy. They won in 2017 and 2018 because of KD, and they won in 2022 because of Andrew Wiggins. Now all of a sudden, you get what I'm saying? It's always somebody else. But I will
yeah,
say this: that 2022 team had a punch coming off that bench, and that was Jordan Poole. And the fact that they don't have that punch no more, I do think that they would have been a lot bigger threat if they just had Jordan Poole, who I don't think they wanted to give up. BP is good. He ain't Jordan Poole. He ain't what Jordan Poole was when they won the championship. That's why they gave Jordan Poole a max contract. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them, and yeah, we gonna get what we gonna get from Jimmy because Jimmy is Jimmy. And yeah, listen, y'all know what I think about Steph. People say what they want to say. I'm a true believer in Steph and how he's going to perform in the playoffs. I don't think there's going to be any lack in him. It's about what
right,
everybody else is going to be able to do. And yeah, you talking about Quentin Post and GP.
right,
11 and 12 ain't gonna cut it. When you
right,
had when they won the finals in 2022, Poole would go out there and give them 30 burgers some games, bro. And yeah, he'd come back in some games he only give you 10, but those 30 burgers was what was really what was feeding them. You feel what I'm saying? Hitting big shots at the end of quarters and all that. So that's some huge shoes, and I feel like in my eyes for BP to try to fill, and that's what he has to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because I mean, Jimmy gonna be there. Jimmy gonna be there. Steph gonna be there, and Draymond gonna be the commander in chief on the defensive side. But is they gonna have enough offense going up
right,
against that West in that Western Conference? I just don't know. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
right,
saying?
that's one of my questions with the Warriors. Like as I watched the game yesterday, you got Steph who could pass the ball, you got Jimmy who could pass the ball, you got Draymond who could pass the ball. Now the thing with them is when y'all get them opportunities though to knock down those threes when y'all wide open, guys like GP who missed a couple wide open shots. I mean the
right,
game finished kind of close, but the game could have got ugly late in the game if these dudes wasn't allow the Grizzlies to stay around. Key shots that they missed was which allowed the Grizzlies to stay around. GP
right,
missed a couple wide open shots. Brzezinski he missed a couple shots. A whole bunch of them dudes was not clutch. I mean, Quentin Post went 3 or 4 from three, so you know he was
Right.
effective. But that's the only question I got with the Warriors. We know that y'all got dudes who could get y'all the ball, but y'all got to do them some justice. Y'all got
Cash
to knock
in.
those shots down, cause
right.
y'all not missing shots with dudes in your face. Y'all missing wide open
Wide
shots.
open.
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
like
right,
the thing
y'all
with
got to.
Westbrook. Remember that year? I remember it was just like when everybody was like, "Yeah, we got to get Westbrook help," because I mean, yeah, he was getting the assists and all that, but I mean, dudes like Robertson and who else they had out there running with them, but they just was missing wide open clinkers, bro. I'm just talking about wide open shots. They clink, clink. You feel what I'm saying? So, or like AI in his day, or I mean, that was the whole reason they got rid of Harrison Barnes is because LeBron James had the opportunity when they was playing them to play center field because Harrison Barnes wouldn't knock down open shots. He would just let them have open shots. You can't have Draymond and Harrison Barnes. You feel what I'm saying? You
right,
can't have two dudes on the floor
right,
that can't knock
right,
down shots, bro.
Right.
Like, damn, now we playing 3-on-5. You feel what I'm
Right.
right,
saying? So you gotta
right.
have dudes that's willing to even take those shots. Like Q said, sometimes GP2 don't even look at the court sometimes, bro. He be on
Yeah,
some on
I see
some
it.
Ben Simmons stuff sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And I love everything else about his game.
Me
And when
too.
he
Yeah,
Me
go to
too.
the rim, he
yeah,
gonna go with authority. But when it comes
yeah,
to his shooting, he's not
Even him on
confident at all.
defense. even GP on defense, I'm a fan of. But like you said, man, you gotta knock
Right.
down them open shots. And Buddy Hill, bro, what's up with you?
Yeah,
Going 0 for
right.
3
Yeah,
from
no,
three.
he hasn't been the
You ain't helping
same, man.
nobody
If he
neither.
not shooting, there's no reason for him to be on the floor. If he not hitting the shots, because
Right,
he don't play defense. You know what I'm saying? He ain't creating
right,
shots for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
he got to be knocking down them shots. That's a fact.
Yeah,
You feel
y'all
what I'm
can
saying?
yo
So
chat. Y'all can clearly see here at the MadMizzy Sports, we Golden State Warriors enthusiasts. But at the end of the day, they not really my team. I root for them, but they not really my team. But
mhm,
I got to be critical of what I see, man. And the Warriors playing like how y'all played yesterday. I don't see y'all making it to the chip, but I'm not gonna still rule y'all out from making it to the chip because we all know y'all
facts.
got Steph Curry, y'all got Jimmy Butler, y'all got Draymond, who really is the heart of that team. So as long as y'all got
Mhm.
those three guys, y'all still got a chance. But y'all got role players, y'all gotta help them out. Come on,
Gotta
man.
Yep.
start hitting their shots. Gotta start
Facts.
hitting their
That's what it's
shots.
gonna come down to as we continue to follow this and report on these NBA playoffs. I'm sure we're going to continue to harp on this. It's like, how are these role players doing? When the Warriors win, I'm pretty sure they're going to do well. When the
Yep.
Warriors lose, it's going to be like, them dudes got to make some shots, man. You feel what I'm saying? They need somebody else to step up. You feel me? So it is what it is. Like we said, we of course we fans, but we also try to be honest as well. You feel what I'm saying? Even
Mhm.
shoot, even in they fandom, I thought they was crazy when they was like, "Yo, we gonna punch on the Chiefs." What happened? Them motherfuckers, my guys don't just be talking. You feel what I'm saying? It's all and analysts and analytics. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, let's move on. What was y'all take away from the first game of Tuesday night's playing games? The Magic dominating the Atlanta Hawks.
Exactly what you just said. The Magic dominated the Hawks. I feel like the Hawks is suffering from not having Jalen Johnson out there. That's my young boy. That's my young boy. But I mean, going into the playoffs, which is the play-in, I knew they was gonna be crippled because they don't have their full roster. You know what I'm saying? Available to them,
Hmm.
like Orlando right now. Orlando got the better team assembled. Guys like what's my young boy name? Greg Anthony's son. What's his
Oh,
name?
Cole. Yeah,
Cole.
Cole.
And he stepped up and showed out coming off the bench. I mean,
Hmm.
in terms of
26 and
that,
20 minutes. That's
yeah, in
crazy.
terms of that, they the Hawks ain't had nobody who could compete with him. It was him in Orlando bench versus whoever Atlanta had out there. You know what I'm saying? Outside of these starters, they wasn't really getting much offense. Um, but Trey Younger in the gang, whatever, they was able to come back and make the game interesting at certain points, but ultimately Orlando just was too much for them, man. And
Hmm.
I don't expect Atlanta to go far. They might end up in the playoffs, but I don't expect them to go far. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Orlando for getting it done.
Facts.
Pablo, what's my man? Pablo Escobar, what's his name? Banchero.
They said
Pablo
Pablo
Banchero.
Escobar.
Pablo
Yeah,
Banchero, man.
Bancaro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his team. That's his team. You know, they're gonna own
Y'all
the
think
court
he going?
tomorrow.
Y'all they got a chance of getting a game against Boston, or they getting swept?
They could get one.
Gentlemen,
They're gonna get one. Orlando
gentlemen,
will get one.
Gentlemen,
a
sweep.
gentleman
Yeah,
step is
full
one, right?
playoff.
I don't think they getting one. I'm gonna be
Yeah, I
honest.
don't think they get
I don't
one.
see
I
them
don't
getting
think they
one.
get one. Even
Bring them push
without
brooms out.
Boston could sit KP or
Oh
Jalen.
hell yeah,
Yeah,
hell
they definitely
yeah.
they
But it's
sweeping them
definitely gonna
out.
be a good series. Cole Anthony versus Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench because
Oh
what can
yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup.
Orlando got a good bench and so does Boston. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an intriguing
They definitely
series. I definitely do got Orlando winning one though. Orlando not sweet. They got a team.
No,
They got a
they're
team.
not sweet. I
they
just
ain't
feel
sweet.
like they was a better team earlier in the year, and then Pablo got
What
hurt, and
happened?
then you feel what I'm saying? Like I don't know. You feel what I'm
Orlando
saying?
wasn't they
But
top
I
three in
wouldn't
the
be
East?
surprised if they got one. But I just feel like they I don't know.
Wasn't Orlando top three in the East though? At one point
Yeah,
they
at
Yeah.
one
was,
point
right?
they definitely was in the top three,
Ventura got
four. You feel
hurt,
what I'm
and then
saying?
both of the Wagners. I mean, one of the Wagners got hurt.
Yep.
Oh, probably Mo,
And
because I
then
ain't
when
seen
Pablo
Mo.
came
I
back,
haven't
they
seen
ain't really
Mo out
get
there.
back to winning until like the end of the year.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So
yeah, but
yeah, I wouldn't
yeah,
be
like
surprised, but I don't see them getting the game.
yeah, my take from this game was a complete dominance. You know what I'm saying? From Orlando, the better team. These guys clearly are better than the Hawks. And
Yeah.
if you
Yep.
want to put the rest of the roster together, this Hawks team is just Trey Young and
Garbage.
who you got.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
who else? Yep. Facts.
who else? Trey
Facts.
Young and who you got. I mean, I'm looking at the roster and I'm like, all right, they got a couple of has-beens or whatever you want to call them, but it's just Trey
Mhm.
Young and a bunch of all right. And if I'm Trey Young, I'm trying to find a way to get up out of there because that's all it's going to
I
be, you
mean,
know.
Yep.
That's all it's going to be. Even though he should be in Dallas, but because that's the team
Hmm.
where he got drafted to. But as soon as they drafted him,
Facts.
they traded him for Luka. So it's like
Facts.
come on, man. It's this
But it's
this
not even
this.
just Trey Young. It's guys like Karis LeVert. He a journeyman
Yeah,
now, but he's definitely a
George
capable.
Green,
He's
Clint
definitely a
Capella, but he
capable
was injured.
journeyman, and he ain't show up. He ain't show up.
Yeah,
My thing
Karis
is
LeVert
this
was
though. You
3-1.
got Trey
And then
Young. He gon'
Karras, he getting up there though. Like this
Yeah, he
one,
getting up
like
there. He's slowing
you feel what
down.
I'm
He losing
saying? So
gas.
yep,
He
yep.
losing
You know what I'm
gas.
saying? That's
And
type of stuff that's kind of expected. You feel what I'm saying? It was almost like when the Sixers was surrounding AI with those older players that we wanted, like when they was too old, like the old Chris
Yeah,
Webber. It's like, come on, bro,
mhm.
why? He ain't got nothing
right,
left in the tank, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I mean, yeah, he a good name and all that, but come on, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Or when
But
they
my
brought
thing
in
is
Elton
when Trey
Brand at
Young
the end
not
of his
trying,
career,
Yeah,
but when Trey Young not trying, he needs somebody else that's going. That's like DeJounte Murray. You know what I mean? I feel like they
facts.
missed him. I feel like they missed him.
Bogdan, like I said, I was shocked they
Yeah,
traded Bogdan
yeah.
Bogdanovich, man. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
yeah,
guys like that,
Like,
guys like DeJounte Murray, guys who could get
yup,
their bucket
DeJounte.
without the assist of Trey Young. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Jalen Johnson is hurt, and that's their number
Yup,
two right there. Young is special. He just
yup,
hurt
but
right now. You know what
Clint
I mean?
Capella was
yup.
hurt too. So it's like, man, but I would love to see this team be the AC, but I don't think they're going to be the AC because I think
I
Chicago is
don't.
better too. So
Facts. That's
so
what I was just about to say. I'd rather see Chicago in the playoffs. I'd rather see Kobe White and Josh Giddey and the way they was the Chicago Bulls team, how they was playing down the stretch rather
Yeah,
than
down the stretch.
the
Yeah,
Atlanta Hawks. You feel what I'm saying? Atlanta Hawks seem like they in the play in every year ever since
every
they, you know what I'm
year,
saying, went to the
every
Eastern Conference
year.
Finals that year. It's like, bro, get it together. You feel what I'm saying? Get a nutritionist down there or something.
Them and
Dude's
Miami,
gotta
those
stay
two
healthy,
teams.
a coach, something. You know what
Them
I
and
mean?
Miami.
Facts. Miami too. Like y'all got to get something going on. But I think kind of with Miami, I feel like they kind of pressing the reset too late. Like I think just a lot of those young teams just gonna go by them. You feel what I'm saying? Like the we already see Cleveland went by them. I think Orlando going to continuously be past them. Who else is it? Detroit over there. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just think a lot of them young teams are just past them. You feel what I'm saying?
Orlando, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be Tyler Hero and Bam gonna have to step up and be them guys, but I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got them young lions out there. Cade already staking his name to the throne. Tyrese Halliburton with the Pacers. You feel what I'm saying? Like these young bulls ain't playing around. You feel what I'm saying? They out there beating Giannis and them. So yeah, Bam and Tyler, y'all better step y'all game up. You feel what I'm saying?
ASAP.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get our take on the Travis Hunter news and quotes. Travis Hunter said he would rather quit playing football than to not play both ways. What's your reaction?
I don't understand why he at this point in his career still thinking he gonna be allowed to play both sides of the ball. That should have been established to him in college. Like, bro, this is the last time in your career being able to play both sides of the ball often. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no owner gonna give you anything where you become more of a liability than contributing to the team as a whole. You pay him as a corner, you play him as a wide, then he get hurt. Now you down two positions instead of one. It
Right.
just
Yeah,
don't make financial. It don't make any financial sense. It just don't make sense financially to any owner, any GM who gonna be risking his career by allowing that man to play both sides of the ball all game long. So it's up to him. You better make a decision quick on what side of the ball you want to play. Me personally, I think the longevity is in playing corner, but I think the superstar power gonna
you
come
think
in.
so?
Yeah. Look at Rondé Barber being in the DB. He
True,
was able to
true,
outlast his
true.
twin brother. And that's
Then
the
if you
only
start off at
reason
corner, you can always shift back to safety. You know what I'm
to
saying?
safety
Once you
gain
lose your
some weight,
state,
play
your step.
safety.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But in terms of
But I mean, you got Jerry Rice. That man played damn near, you know what I'm saying, into the early 2000s.
that's what I'm saying. So like
So
you could
yeah, it
play.
go both ways. It could go both
No, it
ways.
could go, but Jerry Rice is one in a million. I don't think Travis Hunter gonna be a Jerry Rice, and I don't think he's
Facts.
gonna be a Deion Sanders on D. I just think he's a kid that's talented who could play both. But like I said, the longevity to me for him is cornerback, but the superstardom gonna come at that wide receiver position. So you're gonna be more known if you go the wide receiver route. You're gonna be bigger going the wide receiver route. But for him, the longevity might come for playing DB.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. That definitely should have been like, look, you got to pick one because you're going to
To the
you're
pros.
doing a job. You're doing a job where this shit get realer and realer, and these boys are fast. So you're gonna have to pick one. But if you getting word that a team already telling you that they allow you to play both positions because they damn near need a star in every position.
That's the thing. If I say
Then
if I can address both needs,
yeah, right.
you thinking
Then
about your money. I guess you don't want to one player, so I might not want to play for you anyway. You feel me? You worried
but
about your bottom dollar instead of winning. I don't know if I want to play for your organization anyway, sucker. You picking in the top five anyway, clown. You
right.
feel me?
Obviously,
You telling me no? Okay,
you need me
okay.
to fill in position, but this different though, man. These men, you will get beat up, man. Like I completely agree with Quants. You can't put these owners in jeopardy, man, with the money and talent because this is different, man. It's not college, man, but you can't come
It's
out and say
definitely different.
you can't come out and say you gonna quit though. Like what? What are you
He
talking
ain't
about?
gonna quit. He ain't gonna quit.
Hey, hold on, whoa,
He
whoa.
ain't
I
gonna
mean, I
quit
believe he ain't gonna quit. Like, come on, man. You've been dreaming about this your entire life, and now it's here. You gonna
for
talk about you
sure.
gonna quit? You can't. No, no, we ain't doing that, man. No, we ain't doing that. Stick to one position and be good at it. Be great at it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know
And
you
be
got the
cool when they
potential
allow you to
and the
play the
talent.
other one every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
definitely
what I'm saying.
focus on one
We
position
know
though.
you got the potential and the talent to play one position. So, like you, you going. It's a risk, man. It's a high risk. It's a high risk to play both in this league, man. And so some people can do it. Some people did it, but they ain't do it. Like they ain't do it like longevity wise. But you
That's a
can't
fact.
can't do that, man. You can't do it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But if I'm Travis Hunter, for one, don't tell me I can't do nothing that I've already been doing. It's my entire football career, bro. That's first and foremost. You feel what I'm saying? That's the main reason. That's the main reason he went to Jackson State is because Prime went there and he said, "Bro, I'm going to let you play full time corner and wide receiver," and he won the Heisman Trophy. You feel what I'm saying? They almost made it to the. They almost won the Big 12, which would have landed them inside the college football playoff. So I do think it's some success in this story. I know the investment is a lot, but all we need is one play. All we need is one owner. That's all we need, bro. All we need is one owner that think that his ticket sales is going to make up for anything if he get injured anyway. His jersey sales is going to make up for if he get injured anyway. The fact that he going to fill those seats, those interviews, the interaction, the growth, the entire growth of that franchise, just like Shohei did, is worth you allowing him to try. Because even if he say he does try, right? And let's say his first year, I don't know, man. Maybe he gets hurt, right? And it's like, all right, bro, we tried and we showed you you can't do it. But what if he ball out? What if he ball out, bro? What if he really do make Pro Bowl? What if he's Pro Bowl caliber at corner and wide receiver, two positions that you can come in and then make an immediate impact in the NFL as a rookie? What if he does that? Y'all don't think
I
that's
mean,
worth it? That's
I
why
mean,
the
it's most
Giants
likely.
already came out and said, no, we're letting him play both sides of the ball. That's the number 3 team in the draft right there already saying, bro, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. We just let Saquon walk right down the road. We need a playmaker. And if you
Listen, we
want to play
got.
defense too, guess what? If that's what we need to land you, bring your ass here. You feel what I'm
Well, if
saying?
we
Because
got
at the end of
any
the day,
chance,
what did we just see? What did we just keep talking about? And Deshaun think he gonna still come back and be better than what he was, which is I don't know how he think that. But we just seen an owner guarantee $230 million to a quarterback, ain't getting a penny back, and ain't getting nothing back on the dollar. Nothing back.
all I know
Nothing
is
back. So
this.
you telling me a team not willing to invest a rookie contract, which is not that major contract that we used to growing up, where it's 60 million guaranteed. It's about 15 million guaranteed
All right.
in 1-2 years, and invest in see, hey, listen, and just to show, or even if it's just to show him, yo, you can't do it. And if he prove you wrong, then that's all for the better, right?
That's what I was about to say. I was about to just go there. Like, if any team going to do it, they going to definitely do it when he's young. Like, once
For
he get
sure.
paid the big money playing both sides of the ball, that ain't going to happen, man. He might get it in his
I mean,
first
I
three,
feel
four
like if
years.
he do it when he's young and he's successful, there's no way you ever gonna tell him he can't. You feel what
Once
I'm
you
saying?
turn
Like,
27, 28 in the pros, you're done. you're done. You're not gonna be playing both sides of the ball at 28. That's not even
I mean,
true.
I
It
mean,
ain't gonna
maybe,
happen.
maybe. I mean, we all thought that we'd never see a Shohei. That's another thing. Like, I
No,
mean, and
baseball
I
is
get it. It's
different.
a different, it's a different sport. But
Listen,
that's the thing.
Shohei, they even
We're not
told Shohei.
asking. But listen, we're not asking Travis Hunter to play running back and linebacker, bro.
Yeah, but Shohei,
He's playing on the outside.
but Shohei is a
We're not
DH.
going to act crazy. We're not going to sit up here and act like as a
But
corner
Shohei is
he
a
can't back
DH.
off of some contact.
But
Y'all can't sit
Shohei,
up there and act like that.
but Shohei not a starting pitcher no more. He's a DH, and he's
He
not
was a
as,
starting pitcher though,
but
and
not
he's
no
going to
more.
start
But
pitching
not no
again this
more.
year. They
Not no
already
more.
established that, didn't they?
No, not no more. He's a DH, and he don't play both sides of the ball or the bat, however you want to say it, every game. He's not going to be allowed to do this. He
I
might
mean,
have some
every game,
packages.
yeah, it's
He
169
might have
games.
some
Of course not. A
packages.
pitcher don't
Like
pitch every game.
if he come in the league as a wide receiver, he might get some plays as a nickel corner, or if he come on there as a corner, he
But
might
that's
get
what I'm
some plays
saying.
as
As
a
the
slot.
nickel now,
But it's not going to be. Go ahead.
Tyrion Arnold, or not Tyrion Arnold. What's the cornerback that just the slot corner that just got paid for the Bills? He on the field most of the time. Like as a slot corner, you're on the field most of the time. Even as a number 3 receiver, you're on the field most of the time. 70% of the time, both sides of the ball. That's damn near full time.
No,
Y'all seeing this day in the third? That's damn near full time. And you on the and like I said, you on the perimeter. So as long as this conditioning is up, which we've seen this conditioning is up, I think he's gonna be good. And I mean, yeah, you're not gonna make a 10-year career out of it, just like Shohei or other great players, but 5 years of that, and then he maybe focus on wide receiver or focus on corner. I don't see why he couldn't do that.
I don't see no GM committing career suicide because of that. He ain't that
I mean, the
talented.
Giants already said, you know what I'm saying, that they
Giants
wasn't
gonna
gonna
say a
let him
lot.
do it.
The Giants gonna say a lot, but ain't nobody committing career.
And now I'm asking y'all as Eagles fans, like I've been giving y'all flowers. Y'all don't think is a lot more desperate franchises in the NFL right now than there are franchises that's like y'all that's sitting there like, no, we believe in what we're doing and what in our process. Hey, then that's on y'all. I just think there's a lot. I think there's a third of the NFL that's like the Eagles, where they believe in their process and what they're doing. I think it's 2/3 of the NFL that's desperate, bro. They're desperate for stardom. They're desperate for wins. They're desperate for ticket sales, bro. Every team, not the Eagles. Every team, not the Cowboys. Every team, not the Commanders.
You can't change the standard. And anytime an organization try to change the standard, they become the laughing stock of the league. And that shit don't last long. Look at Chip
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean,
hold on.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Kelly. Look at Chip Kelly with the Eagles. You was on the sideline waving cards around. That shit did not last long. And
it didn't last long because he got rid of the talent.
It don't matter. Any career, you come in, you try to change the standard, you try to change the tonality of what's going on. You're not lasting long. You're out of here. And any GM who gives him the opportunity to play both sides of the ball for majority, you're out of here, dude. Ain't none of the owners is going to allow that.
I mean, he's out of there if it doesn't work, regardless. I mean, isn't Joe Shane and Brian Daboll out of there regardless if it don't work? So you feel what I'm saying? I just feel like what you're saying is like all these GMs that are picking in the top, they're on a thin line, bro. They're on a thin line if they don't get a quarterback, regardless if they let Travis Hunter play on both sides of the ball or not, regardless. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think that's changing. I don't think that's changing the structure. I just think that's letting the kid do what he want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just, especially like if he like, and like I said, if you're playing on the perimeter, like you're not asking a person to play offensive line and play defensive tackle. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can strain away. You can pick and choose the contact that a player takes when they playing on the perimeter. That's just the facts of it. You know how many times I caught a screen and it's like, bro, you better get on that outside unless you want to die. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you're a receiver, that out of bounds is a safety net. You feel what I'm saying? And when you're a corner, every corner don't like to tackle. Most corners in the NFL don't tackle. So as long as Travis Hunter is out there guarding people and locking people down, he ain't out there to be Ronnie Lott. You feel what I'm saying? He out there to be prime time. And again, I agree with you. I don't think he's gonna be prime time, but as long as he can be. I mean, Sauce Gardner isn't Sauce Gardner because he's out there lighting people up, bro, and coming up in the tackling game. People think Sauce Gardner is great because he's a great cover corner.
I said the longevity was in the corner. I already said that. I said
for sure. I mean, I think the longevity is. If he chose, I would say wide receiver just because that's where the money is, bro. I mean, we just seen what DK just got paid. I mean, it's a bunch. It's a hand. You got 2 receivers on the Philadelphia Eagles getting paid more than probably the highest cornerbacks in the league right now. You feel what I'm saying? So, and the impact is different. I love corner, but your impact is different on the offensive side of the ball. Speed is
Yeah.
different when you're pushing the speed rather than when you're reacting with speed. You get what I'm saying? Like a Deshaun Jackson type speed is different than prime. You feel what I'm saying? Like because you got to turn and use your speed. Like when you got somebody or Randy Moss type speed is different than a Deion Sanders type of speed because I'm coming full out the brakes. Like you got to see what I'm doing. You got to flip your hips. It's a lot that goes with
I don't
cornerback.
know.
You
I
feel what
just
I'm
don't
saying?
think Travis
And I
Hunter is
think,
that. I don't think he that tall. I don't think he that big. I
oh
just
no, he's
think,
not that tall. He's not
yeah,
that
I
big. You
just
feel what
don't
I'm
think. I
saying?
just think the little antics he got away with in college.
Right.
He gonna have to be
Definitely.
definitive in the
Definitely
pros.
is a
That's all I'm
fact.
saying.
Definitely is a fact.
What antics though?
Playing both sides of the ball.
Oh, I mean,
That's
I
not
mean,
real.
I
That's
don't think
not
that's
real in the
antics. I think
pros.
that's
But it's
I
not
I
mean,
mean,
real in the
nobody's done
pros.
that in college though. You feel what
yeah,
I'm saying?
right,
So to
right.
say
I
But
that,
the
mean,
nobody thought he
pros.
was going to be able to do it in D1 college,
But as a
and he
right.
did it.
professional, is not allowed. So I mean, not
And
allowed, but
everybody was saying that before he went to college, bro. Like,
college ain't the
and listen, I'm a
pros.
Michigan fan. I know Charles Woodson played some receiver. Nobody played the amount of this man played
Right.
100 plus snaps, and the college game is a lot faster. It's not that many snaps in the
And he
NFL as
won
it
the
is in
Heisman.
college
And he
football.
won the Heisman. And he won the Heisman. Like
But
this man,
You
he
feel
Ryan,
what I'm saying? So all I'm
but
saying is
look at who
I
he
like
had
to
to
see
play
it. I
for.
want to see the attempt. Just like I think Shohei brought back a lot more views to baseball just because it's like, oh, this dude throwing 100 miles per hour and he knocking shit out the park.
right,
We haven't
right,
seen it since Babe Ruth.
right, right.
You're crazy if you think an NFL team that's desperate right now isn't going to be like, yeah, bro, we're going to let you do that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just don't
Especially if he
know.
come in the camp and he killing dudes and routes, locking people up. Why wouldn't you?
If you let a college kid come in the pros and do that, you don't deserve to be there. It ain't gonna happen. And one last thing about this.
I think he
Travis
gonna play.
Hunter
I think he gonna play majority of the snaps. That's what I'm gonna say. That's
on
my
both sides of the
prediction.
ball
Yep.
ain't gonna happen.
Slide
Ain't
on
gonna
both
happen.
sides.
But
Slide on both sides.
I will say this. Whatever, Brian, and to speak to your point, look who he had to play for him to get both sides of the ball. No white coach came out and was like, yeah, he'll be allowed to do that here. It was only somebody who felt like that could have been them when they was playing,
I mean, okay,
who could understand them in that regard. But
right.
nobody else is giving him the opportunity. And for him to think
The
he gonna get the
Giants already
opportunity in the
said
pros,
they would
the
though.
Giants are going
Yeah,
to say anything.
they
They're going
I
to
mean,
give
they
definitely,
said
right.
it
anybody.
already though,
They're
bro.
going.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can.
they
I mean, I'm
said
not gonna argue with what teams mean and against what they saying. All I'm saying is
it.
that's what they said. Nobody. They didn't
Yeah,
have to say that, bro. They didn't have to
right.
say that.
You
Right.
just said they
Nobody
answered it
knows if they
almost
even gonna
because
draft them.
Right.
Nobody did.
nobody looking to play for the Giants. Nobody's talking about the Giants right now.
And
They
that's what
gonna
I'm
say
saying,
anything.
though. You don't
They
think the
gonna say
Giants is that
anything.
desperate that they gonna say, "All right,
Yes,
let's draft Travis Hunter and have him be next to Malik Neighbors and playing cornerback in New York"?
if that's
You're
I ain't hear that.
crazy, bro. You're
No, I
crazy.
ain't see
If
that.
they
I
draft
ain't see
Travis
that they
Hunter,
said that.
he's playing majority of the snaps,
I
both
ain't see
sides
them
of the
say that.
ball.
I'm
I
just taking
promise
your
you that.
word. I ain't
I
see that.
I
I
promise
can
you
see
ain't
that,
hear
it,
that.
man.
But I will say
I can
this:
see it, man.
the GM, if you allow that, no matter what organization you GM
bro.
for,
He's already in the pits. He let fucking Saquon walk. They didn't fire him yet. He already did.
that's
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
should have been
saying.
doing
That's why I'm not
that.
leaving it to just the Giants. I said any GM. I don't see no GM allowing it.
Yeah,
But,
but this is
but
why
bro, what I'm saying is, if he falls to the Giants are taking him.
I'm thinking
The
of it
only
because
way
they
he
always
doesn't go to the Giants is if the Browns draft him, bro.
right,
They're not
right.
drafting Shador. They went out their way to say that they didn't think Shador was a top pick, and then just now went out their way right after Travis Hunter said what he said and said, "No, bro, you ain't even got to worry about that. We'll let
Yeah,
you do it,
yeah,
bro." They
yep.
want him. So if he falls to the
Yep,
Giants, I got them drafting him, and
yep.
I will be. I just think that would be marketing malpractice for a New York based team to not have the Heisman Trophy winner come in and do the same thing that he just did.
I
Like
think it's
Shohei was just doing
malpractice.
that in LA. That's why
I
that's
think it's
why it blew
malpractice
up.
for
He
the
was with the
agent.
Angels and then he went to the Dodgers.
I think it's
Right.
malpractice to the agent if you telling your client that you're going to get him a position where he can play both sides of the ball. I think that's malpractice because you lying. You
Oh, I don't
lying.
think so. Because he's
You
gonna be a top,
lying.
he's gonna be a top, he's gonna be one of the top receivers and one of the top corners. So you're gonna just tell people like, no, we're not gonna put him on the field. Your man out there getting baked on the other side. You feel what I'm saying? Your man out there getting baked. You ain't gonna put your top corner in the game because I'm scared he's gonna get hurt.
In certain
Coach, we
packages, he
losing
might get
40
allowed.
nothing. What you worried about it for?
In certain positions,
What you worried about him getting hurt for, bro? We
he
want
might
to
Yeah,
have
win,
they
certain
baby.
definitely,
packages,
they
but it
gonna
ain't gonna
do
be
it.
too many of them,
They
man.
definitely.
He gonna
The
play
guys
majority
gonna
of the
do it.
snap because y'all saying packages, bro. It's already a bunch of three wide receivers, three uh,
Right. Yeah, right.
cornerback sets on the field
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It's already that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not 1990 where it's
Yeah.
two cornerbacks,
Hey,
one
chat,
safety,
save
two
Nah,
this,
they
wide
chat.
definitely,
receivers, two
Save this
fullbacks.
conversation, chat.
Come
they
on, bro. You know
definitely,
what I'm saying?
they
Come
listen.
on, bro.
It's three
And like I
quarterbacks
said,
in
if
the
I was
field.
Travis and if he had to choose, I would say wide receiver. I'd say wide receiver. Go get that money, baby. You know what I'm saying? Go get that. And then he liked to dance. He liked to dance and do all that celebrate and stuff. That's why receiver acts. You feel what I'm saying? Just my opinion. You know what I mean? More news though coming out of the NFL. The Dolphins looking to move Jalen Ramsey. What's your opinion on this? Do y'all think Jalen Ramsey has anything left in the tank? And where's the best fit?
All right, Ryan, you take it first.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. When he came out of the draft, he was definitely one of the top, definitely a top five player. I think he was the best player in that draft. Him and Zeke, and he got the Super Bowl with the Rams, Super Bowl cornerback. He
Mm,
definitely gonna be around. But a team that need a cornerback. I don't know. I don't know where he gonna
it's
fit
a
in that.
couple teams that need a corner. Yeah, man.
Shit, he going whatever team that need a cornerback that could get him. It's gonna be a fit. I like the Jalen Ramsey out of Florida State. You know what I'm saying? That boy was great, man. That boy was good,
You
man.
like them? That sound like a past tense. Like you don't like him anymore, though.
I was never a fan of him, but I'm gonna definitely tell you that boy was great. That boy was great, bro. I didn't like him. I just think he was too cocky at one point. It was him. It was him and Sherman. I ain't like them two, man. Them two was like literally at top of their game. And when they was
Mm,
on their game, they was literally on their game. But Jalen Ramsey, man, that boy was literally the best. He was the best player in his draft. Him and Zeke. When he won the Super Bowl with the Rams. But any team that get him, man, they definitely gonna get a playmaker. Because I don't. How old is he? What he's 34,
this
33,
is ninth year in the league, so
He
yeah.
31,
definitely in his 30s though. He definitely 30 plus now.
Born 94, so 31.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
31.
whenever his birthday is, 30, 31.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think he still got a little something in the tank. Shit, if Darius Slay still got something in the tank, I think he got something in the tank. So whatever team go trade for him, hopefully he could bring some positive play into their defense.
Yeah.
I think he still got it. I think he still got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Dolphins looking to move Ramsey. I see that they looking to move Tyreek Hill. They got the open market right now. The market is open for
Fire
the
sale.
Dolphins. They looking to rebuild, they looking to reshape, reform. So what this means is, is looking like the end of the Tua Val. I don't even know how to say the boy name. Tua era. We looking down at the end of the Tua era, and they gonna be reshaping, reforming down there in Miami. But the teams that could use an additional corner, I seen in the reports that Baltimore got their hat in the ring for a corner. I
I
That's a
mean,
like
I
good.
feel
that.
like the Eagles is always looking to make acquisitions. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind even playing for the Eagles. I don't know if we
Oh
could
yeah,
afford
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Teams like, I hate to
corner.
say this, teams like the team that's going to land Ramsey got to be a team that was in the playoff picture last season. I don't know
Or
if
you
it's
can
the
see him getting
AFC.
back like a
Which that,
team that's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
expected to maybe get there. I don't know, maybe
yeah.
Chicago, something like that. But they already got a solidified defense.
Well,
Maybe
not Chicago. More so like I'm thinking more so like Minnesota. It's going to
yeah,
have to be a team in
Minnesota.
the NFC that's looking to boss up with the Eagles. So I'm saying
But I mean, I don't
Baltimore in
know
the
how
AFC.
well that's going to add up though. Like, I mean, go ahead. Where
If
you
he still
think
got
Jalen
anything
at in
left in
his
the
career
tank,
though? That's the thing. Where you think Jalen at in his career?
oh, I feel like he still got some. He 30. I feel like he still got 2 or 3 seasons at top corner in the league, one of the top corners in the league. He could definitely go to an organization and help them. Now he ain't going to nowhere to help turn the organization around, but could he be a key piece or a key piece to a team that was just there and just missed it? Like a team like Baltimore, like I said, a team like Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, even. You know what I mean? But Dolphins definitely got the market open and they looking to move whatever capital they do got. You know what I mean? So this them forward, this them putting all they, all they money to the center of the table. They betting it all. Well, not betting it all. They giving it all away now.
Mm.
Try and
I see
trade
they
it
wanted,
all.
yeah, they trying to. I see they want 2 first-round draft picks for Tyreek Hill.
Mm.
Where
So
you getting that news at though? I ain't see that one.
you ain't see that in the news. I feel like I seen that.
No,
Maybe it was on ESPN. I feel like I seen that.
no, I ain't see that, John. I feel
Yeah,
like
I ain't
that
put it
John would
out.
have
I ain't
been
put. I
leading the
don't know. It was
newsways. You
out
know what I'm
there.
saying?
It was
You know
out
what I'm
there.
saying?
I don't know how
For
relevant,
real.
but the news was speculating out there. It was speculating.
But if that's true, then I don't know what they thinking down there in Miami. In my opinion, though, like I mean, listen, I don't like to do this because these dudes is great. You feel what I'm saying? Like I definitely remember Jalen coming out of college, Florida State, amazing dude. But I mean, he was never to me a huge playmaking type of corner. He was always this big dude that if he can get his hands on you, he can slow you down. But if you can
Yeah.
get around, he to me he was like a Namdi. You feel what I'm saying? Like now he was better than Namdi because I feel like he had better like athleticism and he could run way better than Namdi, but he was definitely still just that dude that all right, he gonna try to not get you to get off that line. You feel what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
he lost that, and I think he lost a step or two. Like I mean, he good, but I don't think he's worth the contract that he getting paid right now. And that's why the Miami Dolphins trying to get rid of him because he getting paid like a top corner, but he ain't no top corner, and he ain't really moving the needle on nobody defense, and he don't turn the. He was never a big like interception dude. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at his stats right now, and it's like I mean, and I'm just going off the top of my head. I've never remembered him having a huge just like
Yeah,
interception
yeah,
year, but like
yeah,
yeah, like his best year is 4 interceptions.
yeah.
That's not you feel what I'm saying? Like it's dudes that be going out there and they top year is 7 interceptions, 8 interceptions. You feel what I'm saying? So like for me, Jalen, I mean, he'd be a nice pickup, but he definitely gonna have to be open to restructuring that contract and I don't know, probably being open to playing a different type of system or even moving back to safety because he is big and he do still have some speed, but I don't know if he like you said, Baltimore talking about it, like y'all already got Marlon Humphreys and the young boy Wiggins that he was
Mm-hmm.
one of the top shutdown corners last year, along with Kenyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. So you don't want to mess up his growth by bringing in a older dude with a like y'all already said he got an ego about himself like. Nah, I mean,
Yeah, but
I think I like Jalen. I would think the Niners might go after him just because I mean he used to that warmer weather. We do need to replace Javarius Ward, and we
right.
kind of stupid as far as like wanting those like older, already like experienced players like we be doing that sometimes. So I could see us going after him, but
No, that's a good team. I can see y'all going after them too.
or like you said, Q, I could see one of those teams maybe in the East that think maybe Jalen could help them kind of hold that defense or uh contain that Eagles offense. So maybe the Commanders, maybe the Giants. You get what I'm saying? Because the Giants already got a solidified defensive like front
They
seven. If they could
coming.
help that
They
back four a
coming.
little bit, they'd be good. You feel what I'm saying? So
But yeah, that's why I was
I like
thinking that
that.
this movie is less about Ramsey and more about the Dolphins just unloading any assets they got as they rebuild because they know under Tua he just ain't got no longevity. I mean he injured prone.
Facts.
So any
Yep.
assets that they could get back to solidify their team moving forward, they're gonna unload, especially all these dudes that's hitting the cap space hard on in their pockets and looking to unload for any future capital that they could acquire moving forward. Because with this team that they got right now, everybody know Miami ain't doing much. So
Yeah.
any trade assets y'all could get with some of the dudes y'all got on your team y'all can unload. That's what it's looking like to me more so them just being frustrated with Ramsey's play because you were saying that it was only a year or two where he got like 4 interceptions, but you gotta look at the targets. How many targets is his side
Man,
getting when
he
he
ain't
out
no
there?
lockdown corner, bro. He ain't no
He
lockdown
was
corner.
at
Like
one
I
point in his
said, no,
at
he
one point in
wasn't.
his
No,
career,
he
he was a
wasn't.
lockdown
No, he wasn't.
corner.
No, he wasn't, bro. No, he
That's
wasn't.
how yeah, he
No, he
was. Jalen
wasn't,
Ramsey
bro.
definitely was a lockdown
Debo
corner.
used to be right at him every time he was with
I
the
don't
Rams,
know.
bro.
I
And
don't
that's
know. That's
Debo,
for you
bro.
to
Brandon
determine,
Ayuk
but
used to put him in the blender, bro. He is not
yeah,
no
he definitely
lockdown
was a
corner, bro. I'm
lockdown corner
sorry,
at one
bro. You
point.
feel what I'm
We gotta
saying?
look at the
No, he
numbers.
was
We gotta
not,
look at
bro.
the numbers.
No,
But
he
I
was
do
not,
know
bro.
his
You
side
feel
of
what
the
I'm
ball,
saying? I'm
his
sorry,
side of
my
the
G.
field don't get targeted that much.
He do. He
I don't
do.
know. I don't
What you
know.
mean? Like I
I
said,
don't
I don't
know.
really. I mean, you can't tell me no games
Look
where
at
he
the
was just
numbers. Let's
locking
look at
down
the
the
targets.
best dude. You feel what I'm saying?
He was definitely a lockdown corner. He was
Like
considered
I
a
know the Super
lockdown corner.
Bowl, his ass got saved from blowing the game by Aaron Donald. That's what I know. I know
Oh,
he got
listen,
beat like a drum by Jamar
listen,
Chase off the line. I know that.
listen. He was definitely
I know
considered a
Jamar Chase
lockdown
said belt
corner.
the ass. Belt
But he was
pass when it
considered
came to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm
he was
saying? Aaron
considered a
Donald
lockdown
saved him.
corner though.
What you talking about? All I know is for a lockdown corner, he's been traded all the time. You know what I'm saying? What you
No,
talking
I
about?
don't know if he was traded. I feel like he signed with.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't know.
traded from Jacksonville. He wasn't. The Rams
No,
didn't
but he
pick him up in
signed
like
to
free
Jacksonville.
agency. He got traded from
He was
Jacksonville.
drafted. Was he drafted to Jacksonville? He got drafted to
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
drafted to
So who the
Jacksonville.
team that? Huh?
He was drafted to Jacksonville,
And where he go after that?
Los Angeles.
Then he went to Miami.
Where he ain't helped that defense get no better. As soon as they lost that pass rush, they was dog shit.
Listen, man, I'm an Eagles fan at the end of
And
the
that
day.
South
So
ain't even
none of
got no
these
wide
dudes,
receivers. He out there getting
none of these
cooked by
dudes is the
Garrett
Eagles'
Wilson and
problem.
Zach
So
Wilson and them. Like, come on, bro. Getting cooked by Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Come on, bro.
I'm an
Come
Eagles
on, bro.
fan at the end
Imagine,
of the day. You know
imagine
what I'm
with
saying?
Jalen
So
Hurts. Imagine
his
with
play
A
doesn't affect my
combination of
team.
Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown. Come on, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't put Jalen on no. I mean, listen, I respect this game. I just don't think like a lot of corners. Like, I don't think it's too many corners out there you can put on an island like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's probably Patrick Surtain and that's it. You feel what I'm saying? So. I mean, I'm not. I ain't think it's a. I don't think I'm knocking Jalen. I just think
He
the
gonna say, I
game
don't
is
think
just
I'm
a lot
knocking Jalen.
more explosive receivers than it is great corners, in my opinion. And that's the reason why Travis Hunter probably. I mean,
Well, that's
he'd be
because of the,
valued
all
at
of them.
corner because he explosive, but
Yeah, but that's all of the rule changes. That say more about rule changes and how you could defend in the NFL today versus the capabilities of the
true.
player. Because we all know Jalen Ramsey ain't soft. He's definitely serious,
Oh no, he ain't
and
soft.
he
No.
definitely.
Matter of fact, no. As a Niners fan, I'm a beg to differ on that one. I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
beg to
you're a
differ
Niners
on that
fan. I
one.
don't
He
got no
ain't never
beef
want
with
to
him.
tackle Debo. Matter of fact, I'm taking that back. Matter of
I don't got
fact,
no beef with
I ain't going.
Ramsey.
He ain't whether he would be willing to rumble, but as far as sticking his nose in there and tackling, hell no, bro. Hell
No,
no.
no, no. I was just
We
saying
used
that
to
to
run
your
at his
point
side
about.
all game.
I was
All
saying that to your
run to the
point
right.
about the whole explosive receivers stuff. Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah, I mean, the ball favors the offense more than the defense.
Oh, for
So
sure, for sure, for sure. But I do think it's just like the diva side. Like everybody want to be receivers. Like I don't think it's like the cornerback is a position that was sought after Dion left. You feel what I'm saying? I think Dion was the last person that really put like
brought
that
some sauce
glamour
to the
on it. You
position.
feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So that's all. But yeah, Jalen, good luck out there, man. And it'll be interesting to see where he lands because I do think, like Q said, if he do land with a playoff team, I do think he can be a difference maker and possibly put them over the hump. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Although
think it's
all
the
that what I
Packers.
said
I think it's gonna be the Packers because they trying to move away from
from
they
Jair,
from Zaire Alexander.
I think it's gonna be the Packers too. I'll just throw that in there too.
I
I
like
think it's gonna be
Jair
the Packers.
over Jalen though.
Me too. First of
So
all,
I
he
think
younger.
that'll be a yeah. So like he's just more fluid in his getting in and out of breaks. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. But let's get into our predictions before we end this joint off, man. We got the play-in games that's on right now. We got the Bulls and the Miami Heat that's playing right now. Got the Heat beating the brakes off of the Bulls, which is shocking to me right now. 28-14. Do y'all see it continuing that way?
Yeah, damn man, I wish we'd have got this segment in a little earlier because I was gonna go with the
Right.
Heat. I mean, I was gonna go with the Bulls. I'm gonna tell you, no, I was gonna go with the Heat because the Bulls to me, even though we agreed that they probably the more exciting team, but the better team as far as the history is the Heat, man. They got
Yeah.
dudes that
Yeah.
just know they position a little bit more than the Bulls do. You know what I mean? After they lost, uh Zach Levine and what's our other young brother named DeMar DeRozan. If they lost them, I felt like they lost their steam. But if we would have asked me this before the game started, I definitely would have went Heat over the Bulls. But now I
And they
just
they they still up. They up 10. You know what I mean? So it sounded like, you know what I'm saying, your prediction was going
no
right.
no. Now I feel like I'm pressured. Now I feel like I'm being pressured because yeah, I mean, because what if the Bulls come back? Because we do know the Bulls
He
got some
was-
young, they got young grit too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and say the Heat just because they ahead, and I'm
I
gonna take
definitely think
Bulls
they're
out.
gonna come back. I see it being a close game down the stretch. I think it's gonna
Yeah,
get back to
I'm
it.
going
You
with
know
the
what I'm
home
saying?
team. I'm going with the home team.
Are you going Chicago? I'm gonna take the
Yeah.
Heat just because I'm out there. I'm already out there.
Fact. I agree with Q's entire take on that though. Like I think that like what we already said, I think the Bulls right now are playing better than Miami, but like as overall, I mean, you got Pat Riley,
Yeah,
Spo. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero for the Miami
Yeah,
Heat. That's a better organization. So I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna be surprised if they win, but I am gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Bulls though. Still, even though I like Miami, they got the best two players, Bam and Tyler. As long as they play up to their potential, they got the best two players on the floor. So
yeah.
the Heat should win, but I'm gonna go with the team that got a little bit more momentum going in the winning direction. So I'm gonna go with the Bulls.
Any home, so I'm
Mavs
just
at Kings for the nightcap, man. Who y'all going in this one?
I would like for the Mavericks to win this joint, but the better team right now is the Kings because of those guys I named a game ago, which is Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Both of them guys play for the
Hmm.
Kings, but I just
Shout
think the
out Demar.
Mavericks. I just think the Mavericks. I wish Kyrie was playing. If Kyrie was playing, they wouldn't even be in this position right now.
Hell no.
true.
Nah.
Uh, I hate Why I gotta be the Mavericks? I'm split, bro. I'm 50-50. I want to see the Mavericks win, but if the Kings win, it's because they got the better team assembled at the moment. So I'm gonna go with the Kings because they the better
Okay.
team assembled at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, I completely with Quan. So I don't know. I'm on a limb of picking the team on this game, but I'm gonna go Mavericks because the GM. Like this is a game where you need to show why you made this trade with the future star. So if anybody that needs to
Ooh.
show, it got to be Anthony Davis. We had to put him on the pedestal.
He
And if
gonna
he
You
show
have
plays
up.
to
up to
say
his
that.
potential, he's the best player on the floor.
He's
So,
showing
Right.
up. He gonna be. He
Right.
gonna play
So,
tonight. He definitely
so
gonna
oh
play
yeah,
tonight.
you gonna play, but is he gonna show up? You know what
He
I'm
gonna
saying?
show
Like
up. He gonna show up.
he gonna have his uni on, but is he gonna hoop?
No, he gonna
to
be
show
Yeah,
up.
there.
man.
No, he
He
gonna be
gonna have
there.
to show up. He gonna have to show up. And I want 110% showing up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do this to the fans, man. Ain't no
Facts.
hope in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. I agree with you. Say if Kyrie was in this game, they wouldn't be in this predicament. But still, like
Hmm.
this man made the trade. He cost his team the future of his team, and now a player that was in this trade got to show him why he made this
But
trade.
Ryan, look at what you saying. Say if they still got Luca and Kyrie still get hurt, they still in the same position. I don't see Luca doing nothing different than Anthony Davis with a team that got superstars down. I just feel like
I mean, the difference was he
we
made
fucked
it to the finals last year. That's
without
the difference.
Kyrie. They
That's the
don't get it
difference.
without Kyrie.
The difference is they made it to the finals last year with Luka. Now
No,
they don't
I
even
know,
know.
but I'm saying, but in this position, Kyrie still get hurt, but they just got Luca. You think they still
Hmm.
you think they still going back to the chip without Kyrie? With Luca?
Oh
You think
no.
they still going back to the chip?
Nah. I can't say that. No,
That's what I'm saying.
Luca
they
wasn't
don't
even playing that well this year until he
they don't
got
be
to
the 10th
LA.
seed. I don't
Right.
think they
That's
be
what
the
I'm
10th
saying. So
seed.
I'm like, I don't think
I
with
don't think they
Luca,
be the 10th seed though. I don't think they be the 10th seed.
Oh no, no, no. If they, as long as they got another star, I don't think they fall all the way to the 10th. But it is, I mean, like everybody did start winning two at that time, so that was the bad part. You feel what I'm saying? Like other than Memphis, like everybody else started winning, like the Warriors, the Clippers, the who else climbed up in the Western Conference out of Minnesota. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those three teams, they just started not losing no more. You feel what I'm saying? So like it was gonna be hard for Dallas regardless. But I completely agree with Q. It's gonna be a tough one. And I completely agree with Ron. Like this is the time like my man Nico
Dallas got to
Harris
show
went out
up.
of his way to have a whole press conference to say you have no regrets on Trey and Luka
Yeah,
Doncic. Listen, AD gotta show up because
He
if
got
he
to show
does
up.
show up,
He
he
got
is
to show
by
up.
far the best player on the floor. He's by
He got
far
to
the
show
best
up.
player on the floor. But I'm gonna go with the better team. That's at home. That's been well, I can't even say the more successful team because the Mavericks was in the finals last year. But you got DeMar, you got Zach, and I feel like that duo right there might just be enough to get them over the top of Anthony Davis, and I don't even know who else they got. Like that's the other thing. It's not just the fact that Kyrie is hurt. Like you got Lively out, you got Gafford out. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got a bunch of dudes on that team that's just not out there. You feel what I'm saying? Like and
Mhm.
some of their scores, they just in other spots. Like if I think that if they had Tim Hardaway Jr. still, they probably still have a shot because you got another scorer, but they just ain't got the scores out there right now. You feel what I'm saying? They got depleted real bad when that
Anthony
injury
Davis
bug
gonna have
hit.
to be
So
all world today, man.
that is.
facts. And we
Cause I
seen them
want
do it,
Dallas to
just not
win.
no time recently. You know, man.
I want
Cause
Dallas to win,
who
but I just
started
think
against
the
the
better
Lakers?
team right now is the
Who
Kings for
started against
sure.
the Lakers? And they don't have nobody on the roster that can stop him. And where he was
Yep.
at, where the
Yep.
hell he was at.
Yep. And that's the other thing. You got to go up against the bonus. That ain't going to be an easy matchup. You feel what I'm saying? So
Man, man, like
listen.
At
But he
least
got it. He can do it. He can do it. It's just
He
about
can do it.
Willie.
He can do it. He can do
give,
it.
Yeah.
give
But
them fans
I
some
just think the
faith,
Kings.
man. Give them fans some faith. I know it's the 10th seed, but damn, give them
Facts.
some faith, man. They just lost their future star.
At least lose to the Grizzlies by what's that? What they play tomorrow if they win or something or Friday, something like
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that. But
Friday.
yeah, man.
either team, I got the Grizzlies. Oh, depending on John Morant status, but
I
if
Right,
John
still got the
depending
Morant
on how
Grizzlies.
play,
Ja come back, right. But
yeah,
Still
yeah,
got the
either way,
Grizzlies.
I think they losing to the Memphis Grizzlies
me
regardless.
too.
Yeah, I
Man.
still got the
Yep.
Grizzlies. Even if Ja don't play, I still got the Grizzlies.
Facts. Same here. Same here. But if Ja play, it's like put a bow on that motherfucker. That shit a
Yeah,
wrap. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's our Wednesday episode. I'm gonna text my guys. We might come back with a quick reaction after these games. We might not. Stay tuned, but we'll be back later on this week. Y'all know the time, 7 p.m. Mad Mizzy Sports, Mizzy World Entertainment. You got a message before we get out of here, Q?
Yeah, guys, man, I've been doing a lot of thinking, man. I'm looking like, what could we do to engage with the community? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like I want to like do some things where we could get some content around like a game of KO or a game of 21. We go to the park or something. You know what I mean? We
Yes,
start trying to
sir.
draw some content around what we got going over here at the Man
For
Mizzy
sure.
Sports Show. I'm always thinking of
Listen,
ways that we
man.
can grow.
Whoever think they can outshoot me, come holler at me.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking. I'm handing out smoke. Fuck
No,
y'all
I'm saying
talking
we could
about,
get
man.
like
I'm a
10
straight
guys.
shooter.
We could get like 10 guys and we could, get some content around it.
For
Like we have
sure.
a Mad Mizzy Sports Show competition of 21 or
And
KO.
we're breaking into a debate afterwards, a nice little
Yeah,
show afterwards. You feel what I'm
and
saying?
whoever win, we'll let them come on. You know what I mean? Talk sports
Yep.
with the gang. You know what I'm saying? We got to start
Yes,
giving
sir.
back to the community and our viewers. So I'm just thinking of ways
Oh
we
yeah,
can grow.
especially once it start getting nicer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? We do some events around the show, get some content, build some content around us, shooting the ball or playing ball, whatever, whatever. Just engage with our fans. And guys, if y'all looking to support the machine, uh y'all can get with us at the through the Cash App, $ what up squad. That's the official Cash App of the Man Mizzy Sports Show. Again, it's $ what up squad. If you're looking to support the machine, we got a lot of good things coming in the near future. So stick with us and we're
Yep.
gonna provide. We're gonna
Yep.
produce.
We gonna produce and provide. We got a lot of stuff coming, giveaways coming once these milestones come because y'all definitely running the numbers up real well for us, and we gonna definitely give it back to y'all. You feel
Yeah, I
me?
see them shorts. Them shorts is killing it for us. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. And
Hmm.
it's all love, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got a message for him, Ryan?
Man, just keep tuning in, man. You hear what the guys saying, dog. We gonna look out for you guys, man. Just keep tuning in, and we gonna make sure we gonna provide, man. Shout out
Yep.
to y'all.
And feeding the machine. You dig what I'm saying? Keep
Yeah.
commenting, keep viewing, and we'll be back. Enjoy the games.
Enjoy
And
the game.
yep, that's it. Enjoy the
All
games. You feel what
right,
I'm saying?
y'all.
Squad.
Squad.